Have you ever wondered if multitasking is actually boosting your productivity or merely causing a mayhem in your workflow? In our fast-paced world, multitasking has become a buzzword. It's glorified as a superpower, a skill that separates the high performers from the rest. It's seen as a way to juggle the myriad tasks that our modern lives demand of us. From responding to emails while on a conference call, to scrolling through social media while watching TV, multitasking seems to be the order of the day. But what if I told you that multitasking might not be the productivity powerhouse we've been led to believe it is? That's right. The concept of multitasking, as we understand it, is quite a myth. Let's unravel this a bit. The term multitasking originally comes from the world of computing, where it refers to a computer's ability to process multiple tasks at the same time. However, when it comes to human beings, our brains aren't wired in the same way. In reality, what we call multitasking is often just task switching, rapidly shifting our attention from one task to another. This might give the illusion of productivity, but it's a different story underneath the surface. Some might argue that multitasking is a necessary evil in our hyper-connected society, but the question we need to ask ourselves is it really helping us get more done? Or is it simply spreading our attention thin, leading to a drop in the quality of our work? There's a growing body of research suggesting that multitasking can actually hinder productivity rather than enhance it. It might feel like you're getting more done, but in reality, you could be doing less, and doing it less well. Now, this doesn't mean that you should drop everything and focus on one task at a time. There's a time and place for multitasking, but it's important to recognize its limitations. So, before you pat yourself on the back for being a master multitasker, take a moment to reflect. Are you truly being productive, or is multitasking causing more mayhem than it's worth? Now let's dive into the science behind multitasking and how it affects our productivity. What if I told you that the human brain is not designed for multitasking? Surprising, isn't it? But let's dive into the science behind this statement. Our brains are incredible machines, capable of processing complex information at lightning speed. But when it comes to juggling multiple tasks at once, things get a bit tricky. You see, our brains process information in a linear fashion, focusing on one task before moving on to the next. This is why when we try to multitask, we often find ourselves overwhelmed and making mistakes. Leading neuroscientists have found that when we think we're multitasking, we're actually task switching. This means that our brains are rapidly shifting focus from one task to another, which can be mentally exhausting and lead to errors. Dr. Earl Miller, a neuroscientist at MIT, explains that our brains have a limited capacity for simultaneous thought. We can manage two tasks, but as soon as we add a third, our performance drops. This is because our brain's resources are split between each task, reducing our attention and accuracy. In a study conducted by Stanford University, researchers found that heavy multitaskers underperformed compared to those who prefer to do one task at a time. The multitaskers were more easily distracted, had a hard time organizing their thoughts, and were slower at switching from one task to another. This goes to show that multitasking can actually decrease productivity. Moreover, according to a study from the University of London, multitasking can even lower your IQ. Participants who multitask during cognitive tasks experienced IQ score declines similar to those who have stayed up all night. Now, we're not saying that you should never multitask. There are instances where it's necessary or even beneficial. But it's essential to be aware of its limitations and drawbacks. So we've seen that multitasking can actually hinder our productivity. But what can we do about it? Knowing that multitasking can be detrimental to our productivity, how can we better manage our tasks and time? Let's dive into some practical tips and strategies to enhance productivity. First off, we need to understand the importance of focus. When we focus on a single task, we can give it our undivided attention, which enables us to complete it efficiently and effectively. Try to eliminate distractions as much as possible. This might mean turning off your phone notifications, finding a quiet space, or setting specific times for checking your emails. Next, prioritization is key. Not all tasks are created equal. Some are more important or urgent than others. By prioritizing, we can ensure that we are dedicating our time and energy to the tasks that truly matter. This might involve creating a to-do list at the start of each day or week, and then tackling tasks in order of their priority. Time management is another crucial aspect. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we use those hours can make all the difference. Consider using tools or techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for a set amount of time, say 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This can help maintain your focus and prevent burnout. Let's not forget the power of monotasking. Despite the allure of multitasking, research shows that focusing on one task at a time can actually improve our productivity. Monotasking allows us to fully engage with the task at hand, leading to higher quality results. Lastly, remember to take regular breaks. It might seem counterintuitive, but taking short breaks can actually increase productivity. These breaks give our brains a chance to rest and recharge, preparing us for the next task. By implementing these strategies, you can maximize your productivity and avoid the mayhem of multitasking. In conclusion, multitasking may not be the productivity booster you thought it was. We have debunked the myth of multitasking and revealed the science behind why it might be doing more harm than good. Instead of helping us achieve more, it often leads to errors, stress, and even reduced creativity. The human brain simply isn't wired to handle multiple tasks at once effectively. It's all about understanding how our brain works and managing our tasks in a way that aligns with our natural cognitive processes. We've explored strategies like single tasking, time blocking, and mindfulness, all of which can help us work smarter, not harder. Productivity is not about how much we do, but how well we do it. Remember, when it comes to productivity, quality often trumps quantity. Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Brain Secrets for more insights into the workings of the mind. Thanks for watching.